I'm Joy.
I'm Jake. And we've done that all season.
I know, and we're here at Chapala Gardens at our rooftop aeroponic farm where we grow a plethora of greens and herbs, and we're going to use a lot of them today. We're also going to use some tomatoes. Normally we have strawberries growing, which we would use those as well. And what we want to show you is that pretty much you can make an amazing salad, fancy salad, off of these tower gardens. One of the things that I love to see are Cobb salads. Have you seen? I've made them for you before.
Yes.
And in one season, we made Jake's husband's, oyster mushroom scallops.
Yes, they were
and
so good.
normally we could use something like that, but it's kind of involved.
Yeah.
So you can watch that episode. I think it's season 6. You can look at that episode and you can make those, and those could be one of your strips. What a Cobb salad is it's a melange.
Drink.
It's a melange of different greens in the bottom, and then on top you have little stripes, and it makes it so cute of each ingredient. To get started, you're going to want to have a nice green lettuce. We like romaine, and then you're going to want all the herbs that you want to put in it. Depending on whether or not you grow them or not, you might limit yourself to 1 or 2. We use tarragon, dill, oregano, and thyme. You could also add chives, those would be lovely. You could add chopped green onions, and that would be great. Then you want shredded carrots, red cabbage, and that's all for the base. Add some chopped garlic, and then we use lemons as the dressing. Next, you're going to do the stripes, and we used pine nuts, which we toasted, blueberries, but you could use any berry you like, avocados cubed. We used Violife Feta, it's a faux feta. We used cherry tomatoes, but you could use any tomato that you like. And then we used Just Egg, which is an egg substitute made from mung bean. And we also used Bac'uns. It's an organic vegetarian bacon-like bit. And we put those in stripes over the top. So what I'm going to do is, in the mixture of the salad, I'm going to add some red cabbage and some carrots. Your dad hates when I do that, but it's a way to get more nutrition into it.
I also love when you put the herbs into the green mix.
Right, that's what we're going to do that. So we're going to use tarragon, we're going to use thyme off the towers, we're going to use some oregano off the towers, and then mix it all together. Usually we have some dill. I think we do have some dill up front, so we can get some of that. Yep. Adding herbs to the greens adds so much to the flavor, and we just started doing this last year. I think I started adding that to the but it also, because of everything that smells very pungent, is a really, really, really antioxidant-rich food for you to be eating. So we like to get that into the salad mix right away. So the first thing we're going to do is start with the greens. And I particularly, in this salad, I like crisp romaine. I kind of always like crisp romaine. I know. The only time I like to use and there are so many different types of lettuces. People think there's just iceberg lettuce or romaine. Yeah. That's it. Right. But when we used to do the farmer's market, when Jake was running the farm, we would have the car, the SUV be full of all the lettuces, and each one of them smelled so differently. It's amazing. They all have a different nutritional profile, and all lettuces are good for you. A lot of people think that icebergs, we don't grow iceberg, but it's still good for you. I like to use the butter lettuce when we're doing like veggie burgers and use that instead of the bun. So I'm going to go get some romaine. And Jake, while I do that, can you cut up that garlic for me?
I'm on it.
So we don't need a ton. That's one thing that happens when you make a salad and you start to get too much lettuce in it. You don't have room for anything else. And then I have a pet peeve about having too much lettuce. I don't know what it is, but I don't want to have too much lettuce. So I'm going to make enough for 2 medium-sized salads, and this ought to be enough for that. So we're going to add that. Now you could, if you were making, Jake's going to do a G-bomb salad in this season, and she's probably going to use kale and things like that. I am not going to do that. She's chopping up the garlic because we're going to use that in the salad mix, and that way we can avoid using a lot of dressing. We're actually not going to use any dressing. We're going to put the garlic into the lettuce and the herb mixture, put lemon over the top, and at the very end we'll add just a touch of a little bit of olive oil, and that's it. But let's get some dill out front. I love having fresh dill, but as you saw yesterday when we were filming at my house, you pay, what is it, like $3 for some dill, and it ends up going bad, and I ended up throwing away $3 worth of dill. Down here we've got some oregano. I'm going to use some of that too.
Too bad this camera can't pick up the smells because this smells amazing.
Now, one thing that's really neat about the towers is that you can grow multiple herbs in one pot. So if you only have 1 tower, which is what the average person probably has, my husband thinks everyone should have 3 at least, but you can grow multiple herbs in one pot because basil's tall, thyme's a little bit less tall, And the oregano is really low. You could also put sage in with that, so you could grow that all out of one port.
Or flowers.
Or flower. Well, these are marigolds, and these are pest repellents. Oh, yeah. Yeah, so we have these at the front, so it helps to keep away things that we don't want on the farm. And you could intersperse these on all the different towers, but my husband really likes to have one tower full of marigolds. So let's add this to the mixture of the romaine. And we'll get the romaine in there first. And I'm also going to add some cabbage. And we can tear that too.
I encourage you to have the appropriate knife and also the appropriate size
well,
cutting board.
Well, here at the farm, we have...
Actually, one of our I'm interrupting you, I apologize.
No, it's okay.
One of the girls that we work with uses scissors and cuts her greens.
Huh.
Brittany. So she just cuts it. And I'm like, that's a great idea rather than tearing it. No, I'm just as an idea. If you don't like tearing it and you also you want something a little faster. Okay.
Okay, cool. So we've got the greens in there, and then we're going to add the carrots. Can you? We're going to add the carrots, and I want to add about the same amount of red cabbage. And you see that we're all ready now. We're getting all these different colors and all these different antioxidants. I think last time that I met, no, what I do is I just cut off a piece of it.
Oh, my husband would lose his mind.
Why?
About that.
What's he going to do with the other two pieces?
You cut it in half, and then you use. This is just how he is. He thinks it's not very efficient to do that.
It's way efficient because I'm not going to use the whole cabbage. I'm going to use.
We're going to send this to Alex and have to see
he's
what his rebuttal is.
Like, oh my goodness.
I want to see what his rebuttal is because that's crazy.
This is what I try to do with an onion. I want to have a little piece of onion.
Right.
He's like that. No.
Why? What?
I don't know.
So now I've got about the same amount as the carrot because you don't want to have. My thing is that I want to have the same amounts in all the bites, right? And then I'm gonna what?
You might cut up the cabbage a little smaller maybe. If you were
normally
if we had a better knife, I think.
If we had a better knife, yes. But see what we do here at the farm is we do little workshops and we have people come up, and I don't want to give everybody a great big knife because who knows what they would do with them.
You're right. True.
So we have cutting boards and little knives for everyone. And I'm adding the dill. It's probably enough dill.
Yep.
Do you think?
Yep.
And then let's chop this up a little more finely. And the thyme I'm just going to pull right off. Pulling that off. So this is probably the most time-consuming part of it, is putting the base together, because I want it to have. So now we've got, I've got dill, oregano, thyme.
You're going to add tarragon?
And I'm going to add tarragon. We don't grow tarragon here. Tarragon can't be grown from seed. And so we're trying to figure out how to get it to grow from the start. You can buy Mexican tarragon, but it's not the same. But I love tarragon.
I know, I do too. I love it so much.
So for the herbs, I've got tarragon, dill, oregano, and thyme.
Yep.
And then I'm going to add garlic. And then I've got carrots.
Let's scoop that out.
I'm trying to count how many things there are in it. And I've got carrots and garlic. That's 7 so far.
Yeah.
That's 7 so far, so I'm going to get this a little bit smaller.
So 4 herbs, the lettuce, cabbage, carrots,
garlic.
Did you
get
that's
the garlic?
8.
That's 8 so far.
Yep.
And then we're going to add lemon.
That's 9.
So that's 9. And then we're going to do the toppings.
Yeah. So you're getting a lot of plants in here. So if you just ate this salad for the day, you'd get a really wide variety.
Yes.
You'd probably be getting ahead of what you're doing now, most people.
Yes. You want to make sure you don't get the seeds in here. Now you could use a lemon juicer, but I already had these cut up, so I'm going to use those because I don't like to waste. That's one thing I love about the Tower Gardens, is that you're not wasting stuff.
Yeah.
That's such a pet peeve of mine. Okay, I think that's about right.
Okay.
We can always do this to taste. Or you know what we need is salt and pepper.
Okay.
I'm going to grab those. They're underneath. So we have enough stuff up here at the farm. When Jake was running it, we had enough stuff to host 25 people, and I did this the other day. This is a very technical way to do it with your hands. I actually have things here, but I like to really get in there and make sure that it's all mixed around. Yeah, let's put some salt, a little bit more, and some pepper. And you know, people might want it saltier, people might want it. Now, what the thing about salt is that it starts to break the lettuce down. So a lot of times what people don't like about lettuce is that it's either too runny, it's too mushy, or it's too not mushy.
You're right.
So adding the salt and the lemon ahead of time, it's kind of like you put dressing on it, but it's not as bad as putting the dressing on it. All right, now I'm going to put half into each of these bowls. This is a big part. You have to have a wide-ish bowl. Jake's got some really cool bowls that we've done the Cobb salads into. Yeah. But look at how pretty it is already, and we haven't even done anything to it yet, except add the base. This is just for the base.
And I love the purple. So nice.
Yeah, isn't that so pretty? That's what I love to use. I mean, not only does it represent a whole other category of antioxidants, every single color is a different category of antioxidants. And purples have anthocyanins in them, cyanins, and they're great cancer reducers. So I love how you did. Let's not cut up the whole tomato because I want to show someone. I wasn't going to cut up any of that actually, but that's okay because we still have a couple tomatoes.
But not that many. So I think
we're going to have enough. So look at these over here. Look at these. We're in February right now, and these are still growing cherry tomatoes from last summer. Is that crazy or what?
That is crazy.
I like cherry tomatoes way better on a Cobb salad. Let's use that for your salad. Okay.
Oh, so you want to save the not good tomato for my salad?
No, it's not that they're not.
I'm kidding. I'm kidding.
It's not that they're not good. Now what we're going to do is we're going to put layers of things. We're going to put little stripes. So I'm going to start with the pine nuts. I'm going to put a little stripe down the side.
I'm going to cut these small so they go farther.
Yeah, we're only going to use them in the stripes. And we can, if you don't mind the other kind, you can have that on your salad.
Yeah, that's fine.
Okay. There we go. Isn't that a cutie? And then we're going to take blueberries and make that the next. So if we talk about G-bombs, we've got the greens. We've got no beans. I could put beans on it if I wanted to. That would have been a good thing. I could add beans.
Although we're going to do a G-bomb salad in another episode.
But you could do one stripe of beans in this. White northern beans would be really good. And then we've got, I could have put onion into it if I wanted to. I'm not a wild onion fan in my salads.
We also have done that faux feta, which is really nice to do.
Yeah, we are going to do that. It's in the fridge.
Oh, okay.
I got to go get
Grab
it. I got to go get it. Yeah, because the faux feta makes it really pop, and it really adds some great flavor to it, and it adds that fat that our tongue is always looking for. So we've got the avocado for fat, and we've got the feta for fat. So we've got pine nuts, also some fat. I probably want to put a few more on there. Those are actually seeds, so that counts for the seeds part. Then we're going to add the avocado. Now we love avocado.
Tomatoes, right?
And you notice how Jake pre-cut this, so all I have to do is kind of scoop it out. I could even just push it out, and I'd have these nice little pieces that are going to go down the center. And I like to, you're going to put whatever thing you like the most down the center because that's going to be the highest concentration, right? It's the biggest stripe. So I'm going to put all that avocado in there, and that's going to be really, really yummy. Also, when you have avocado in a salad, you rarely need to have dressing on it because, once again, it's your tongue looking for fat. So we're going to do that over on this one as well. This is going to be so delicious. Can't even stand it. You know, I know that I'm using my hands, but I'm making this for my family. If I was making this for strangers, I would probably not be using my hands, but my hands are clean.
And then this is the feta that we use, which is we absolutely love. Violife. They make other non-dairy cheeses as well, but we love it. It's not great for you, but it tastes so good, and so we don't use it a lot, but it really makes this all come together. So we
should try, though, to make... Follow Your Heart just came out with the crumbled feta.
Try that.
But it's not any different in terms of like the ingredients. So we've only found a couple of brand names, Miyoko's, Parmalee, and Foragers, that make that use cashews and coconut and all of that. The rest of them just use oil.
Right.
So we're gonna put this down the center because it's so pretty and it's really gonna look beautiful next to the avocado. And we like a lot of the feta, so we're going to put a lot of feta. If we were using animal product feta, that would be the one that I would say use the least of that, right?
Right.
But we're going to use the most of this because it's delicious. And then we'll add the tomatoes next.
Okay,
yeah.
Those.
Great.
Yes,
Are these the cherries?
All the stripes and the colors, they look so nice like that.
Of course, you're just going to eat them.
Right. So it's really about the presentation.
It really is about but people are really wowed by this. And It's an inexpensive dish to wow people with. The only thing that's really has any real cost to it, especially if you have your own tower, is the Violife cheese. That can get a little.
Well, the
spendy.
herbs can get if you're
buying them.
Yeah.
Yes, the herbs can get spendy. So that's why you'd probably want to. Maybe choose one herb.
Eggs.
And then the eggs. Now this is the just egg, and most Cobb salads, they use hard-boiled eggs, and I don't know how to fake a hard-boiled egg. So I just scrambled these, and we'll see. This is the first time I've done this, so we'll see how it looks, and we'll see how it tastes.
Really, the most expensive part of this dish is the videographer.
Well, right.
Watching you make all this food.
Don't we just pay you in food? Do we actually pay you?
I thought that's how.
I thought that's how we paid you. You must have something going with my husband.
Yeah.
All right, yum.
Okay. We need a
Really
fork
good.
to try it.
Yeah, so now the only other thing that I might add, and I should have done this probably to the actual greens, but I would add a little bit of olive oil, and you could use truffle olive oil. I just read about truffle olive oil, is that in most cases it's not even real.
Oh, it's like flavoring?
Yeah, and here's one other thing that you might try is some Cobb salads have bacon on them, so you could put a little bit of these Bac'uns. These are made from soy.
Unbacon.
Unbacon, and you could put a little bit of that on the edge.
See how you like it.
Yeah, see how you like it. It's going to give it a little smoky flavor. Do you want it on yours?
Sure.
It'll be a little bit of a smoky flavor. We've used these before in choice bakes, and they are a little bit overpowering. Well, bacon itself is probably pretty overpowering. I haven't had bacon for years, but a lot of people love bacon's really popular right now. So this might make
Bacon's
some of your guests.
Popular.
Is it? You think so?
Yeah, people are crazy for bacon.
Crazy for bacon. Did I get everything?
Yep. Olive oil if you wanted to, but let's try it without.
Okay. All right. So there you have it.
Look how beautiful that is. We'll eat one. We'll save one for the picture.
Want to try?
I do.
So if I was going to eat this, I like to mix it all together. That's what I do.
No, not do that.
What does it need?
So good.
Is it? Awesome.
It's lemony and the herbs, and I'm going to try the egg.
Great. It worked. There you have it. Cook with Jake and Joy Cobb salad. Notice we don't have to have any chicken or cheese or chopped eggs or bacon.
Eggs are good.
Do you like it with the bacon? Not
I
sure.
like it without.
Okay. Cool.
Those eggs are good.
Good. Well, there you have it.
There you go.
Beautiful.
Trying to make a salad fancy.
Yeah, I mean, we've made a lot of fancy things in this season. That is kind of fun. That they've all been kind of easy, but fancy.
Yeah, I think a lot of people don't like to do a salad as a main. This is a way you could do it and feel like it's
right. Absolutely.
more hearty.
Yeah, absolutely.
All right. See you next time.
See you next time.